I wanted to do a quick video on how to interpret your results from the InBody scan. We're using the InBody 570 at CrossFit Spokane Valley. And I'm going to use my scan since I have no shame. I just came off of elk hunting season, so I just want to forewarn you, I've been hiking more than 12 hours a day every day, non-stop. So that's a great way to get super skinny. It's not sustainable, so I'm slowly gaining some muscle back and some strength. So keep in mind, I'm just coming off that. So let's go over the scan and the sheet and what you're going to see.
All right, so the very first thing is we got my total body weight right here. So I weighed in at 152.4. So of the 152 pounds, 10.6 pounds is fat. All right, so that's going to give me a body fat percent of 6.9% body fat. Okay, and then over here we got 141.8 pounds of non-fat. We'll call that lean body mass. That's a very important number for calculating your basal metabolic rate, which is important to know how many calories just to start at, let alone you include your activity level and your workouts, and you can figure out how many calories it's going to take to maintain, gain, or lose fat mass, lean mass, etc. So of the 141.8 pounds of lean mass, 37.7 of that is dry lean mass, like mineral, like bone density. And then the cool thing is, as you guys know, muscle is 70% plus water. You have your extracellular and your intracellular. So 38.4 pounds of water outside the cell and 65.7 pounds of inside the cell. The reason why this number is extremely important is that if you're gaining lean body mass, this number should go up. So if you did a scan, say in 4 or 5 weeks, and your lean body mass went up, but the extracellular fluid, the water outside the cell, went up, you actually might not be gaining lean mass. You might have an edema or inflammation, some sort of swelling. So this is a key number to really track your lean body mass, which we all are interested in getting because it's going to improve our overall metabolism. So this number here shows that based on, and obviously I have my height, 5'6", 37, male, the day I tested. The weight, I weigh at 152.4. Anything above this 100 mark is going to be higher or lower than ideal. And then the skeletal muscle mass, 81.4. So that's going to be really important number to decipher that basal metabolic rate formula, which everyone needs to know. And then obviously the fat pounds there, 10.6 pounds of fat on my body. So the BMI number is a body mass index. It's a ratio to decide if you have a healthy height and weight ratio. We can go ahead and disregard that because we are not interested in that. That is a very old number. And then percent body fat, we already went over that, but you can know your body fat percentage without having someone pinch you. So I'm at 6.9%. I probably won't be at that in a couple months. I usually am somewhere between 8 and 10%. So this is the best part, is I can figure out right arm, left arm, trunk, right leg, left leg. I can figure out, okay, how much of that, where's the muscle at? So you can see right here, 9.02 on my right arm, 9.08 on my left arm, just a slight difference. And if I already be honest here, I think my left arm is just a little bit buffer than my right, so that doesn't surprise me. The trunk, 66 pounds of muscle there. Guys typically store a lot of muscle in their trunk and their back and their chest and shoulders. My right leg, 19.64. My left leg, 19.33. I would say that's probably pretty accurate. In my left leg, I don't have an ACL, so I might have a little bit more muscle in my right leg. Not much, but I do seem to favor it a little bit. And then we're going to go over here and see my percentages of segmental fat analysis. So the right arm, the left arm, it's pretty obvious, like I told you guys. The 3.5 pounds in the trunk of the 10 pounds. Most people will store most of their weight in their trunk. If you're a pear-shaped person, you're going to have more weight in the legs. If you're an apple, you are going to be trunk and arms. And so for guys, we really care about our visceral fat. That's especially, we store fat near important organs like liver and the heart even. And so my visceral fat, 10 would be like ideal in there. Anything below that's fine. And my visceral fat is low. I'll take it. A couple of things to point out would be down here that you can get historical. So I can do this over time. And again, make sure that my my analysis is going well and that I'm gaining lean mass. I'm not losing muscle as I age. That skeletal muscle mass is a very important number. The body fat, I do think will go up a little bit, but not much. I want to wrap this up and talk about the ECW, TBW analysis. This is mainly where you're going to notice if there's any fluctuations in your water weight in your body. So I'm at 0.368. That's a good place to be. But as I get more tests, I can always come back to that number and really check to see if it's higher. Do I have any swelling or inflammation? It's just something really cool to monitor. And then lastly, I talked about it though, the basal metabolic rate is a formula that you're going to take into consideration your skeletal mass of muscle, and you're going to be able to do a formula and figure out how many calories it takes just to keep you where you're at. Now, this doesn't include daily activity and as well as exercise and all that kind of stuff, but really, you can really look at all this stuff. Gives you some clues on the side. This is just an overview of what an InBody 570 scan results will show you in a way to interpret it, and everyone's will be a little bit different, but once you get a chance to kind of dig into the numbers, like I always say,
if you don't measure it, you can't manage it. And that's why this is so important. It's such a great segue to meet with somebody and get a consultation on your nutrition side of things and get the hard numbers. You start with your basal, and then you add in your daily activity, your multipliers for your how many days a week you do workout bouts and stress levels and sleep levels, recovery, and then you can really go from there to figure out that calorie need based on your goal. If you're trying to stay the same and maintain, or lean up a little bit, or pack on some more muscle, whatever the goal is, speed up your metabolism. I think that's everyone's goal. And then obviously you meet with a coach and work on your macronutrient ratios and figure out what's going to work best for you for performance and aesthetics, and go from there. So thanks for watching. This is the InBody 570 scan results, and coming across the Spokane Valley and get yours.